Okay, you are going to be able to hear my fan, but I don't know if you can feel it, but I am so fucking tired. Not physically, but I am so tired of re-recording this because I can't quite get the mojo to describe this chapter for you. And by describe, I guess like talk about it and discuss it. Oh my freaking god. But anyway. Anyway, what a freaking chapter. As much as I like to be rage at my circumstances and then at the fact that I wasn't able to get this out sooner, big apologies for that. But luckily, we also have the leeway of no Chainsaw Man this week, which is kind of tragic, but at the same time, I don't know. Like, I guess it's an indicator that something big's about to happen. I mean, it sort of did, right? Like, we had this switch up, which is quite fitting, honestly. We've got the two sides, but we've all that we can tap into later. But how Yoshida kind of buttered Denji up with the pizza, with the meal, liking that they were gonna watch, um, liking that they were gonna watch, Yoshida had the chance to just watch people eat. It's interesting. It's very, very interesting how I think I take it as like a switch, as like, yes, that triggered something. But do you think that the concept of switching sides is also sort of hinted at? And I mean, but what I mean by that is that Death Devil for a while was kind of switching sides and bandwagoning, and whether they had food or were engaging enough to stick around to. I wonder if I'm reading between the lines too much, as that specific phrase and that specific word being switch kind of defined what might be going on and what might be the way Denji navigates this, where it might not seem like he's necessarily picking a side, but he might be using both. We've got the Death Devil decision, we've got the Fumiko, what am I trying to say? The War Devil, like, side of things. It's interesting. It's interesting. Fumiko's not War Devil, but they're trying to take down the opposite. Fumiko wants Death Devil down, and then Death wants War gone, right? But there you can see how it's weird. It's real weird because there are some things that if you completely erase from society, it's sort of useful to have that fear in the first place. Now, in a devil sort of society, you can see how that can be problematic, right? Like the strengthening of America's resources and rediscovering things and creating new fears over time, like how they've re-gotten nuclear, right? Taking down death isn't necessarily the best idea, because is that going to eliminate death completely? Most likely, from how they've been like talking about the consequences of it. It's tricky. And he's in a rock and a hard place, Denji. Obviously, we've talked about his morality a shit ton, and the way he's unable to even make like proper, well thought out decisions. Because, well, this whole story is unfortunately of a boy now man that has been strung along with a bunch of women that just want something from him. Whether it's more innocent-ish desires from Reze, whether it's the innocent-ish desire of Asa, but Yoru taking a step further by making the moves that she has, and then eventually tapping into the devil side. This is one of the tragedies of all time, and it's an interesting shit show to watch, and it has me hooked. I hope you're hooked, because it felt like for a while that chapter two, um, part two really needed direction. But now there is some sort of direction. There's some sort of thing to potentially fix here. But we don't know the path that he's going to take at this point. This is just a boy that was going to prematurely die. And then we got Pochta involved, and here we are, right? A Dennis, a Denji that has made some poor choices. But I think some people that are put in the horrible circumstances that they are just going to be prone to making those poor choices. Is Denji my goat for real, and for life? No. But it is interesting to see if he can damage limitation how he's seen. Not just for the Chainsaw Man community, because obviously we're the most important, right? We topple over everyone else, right? In like superiority. Of course. I'm leaving. But it's interesting. Because you don't want to eliminate something altogether, but you also want the rush of Chainsaw Man. And by you, I mean Denji. I mean, unless you're Denji. Unless you are Ryan Colt Levy and you're starting to hard kin Denji, which I think some VAs do that. I'm not sure. But it's an interesting dilemma to be in. Oh my god, that was great. That was great. I'm just going to end it there. If you want something else to bring up, right, do so. I'm just really proud of myself for getting this out there. Should probably not leave this in, but I've been really struggling both with this video and mentally. Let me know what interested you in this chapter. I don't normally formally send this off, but have a wonderful Sunday, okay? I'll try to. I can already feel a wave of tiredness, which is crazy. But I might need to just munch on something some more. Anyway, ciao.